Hey, welcome back to my channel. This is Tony, and today we're gonna work that ancient creek bed just a little bit more. I've been anxious about this, losing sleep for some reason over that third hole I dug in the last video. That gray clay layer is really fascinating me. I wanna know what's in it, how far down it goes, does it hold gold? I don't know, we're gonna try anyway. We're gonna go bigger, deeper. I'm gonna get inside of that bad boy, run that gray clay through a sluice or a gold pan, and see what we can find. Will you join me? If so, let's start. All right, I got the hole dug a little bit bigger. I'm at 3 feet deep. I got my tape measure, I measured it. 3 feet deep is where that clay layer started, that gray color stuff. So I made just a small step in here. Now I'm able to actually see what's at that gray clay layer. And I got some water coming in from the groundwater, or maybe from the creek, but the creek's like 25 feet away. But I see this really red, rusty orange stuff. So I'm not sure if there's much gray clay even existent. It might just be an inch or two thick, because all I'm seeing now is like this bright red clay or rust, and it's making the water turn a real rusty color. I'm gonna try and get some of this water out of here and then bring it down and show you what I'm talking about. But then I got my pan right here. We'll take some samples of the stuff at the very bottom and see if we have any gold in there. All right, we're inside the hole, and I'm sorry guys, I can't show you that gray layer or the gravels, but take my word for it, the water's coming in way too fast. I am down 3 feet. This must be the water table for this time of year. So I'm gonna grab my pickaxe and try and bust the bottom of that up the best I can and pull out a pan. Here's the material. Now, unfortunately, right underneath me, there's a 2 or 3 man sized boulder right underneath this foot. I just happened to dig right where there's a huge rock, but I did scrape the sides of it, left and right side of it, and you can see all the stones that I got out of here, gravels, a lot of reddish brown clay. Not seeing the gray clay, not saying it's not there, it's just the red and brown clay might just be masking it a little bit. But we'll run this in the water real quick, see if we find any gold. And interestingly enough, at the bottom of this clay layer, I'll show you, there's a bunch of stones. You see it right there? That's the very bottom of the hole, and there's a stone layer that goes around the entire thing. So when I come back and run this through, done with this, I'll grab some of that and see what that yields. This is the stuff bigger than an 1/8 inch. You can tell it's weathered, watered rock. Looks the same as what I've been finding in the hole. This is just after the clay. And the material, you know, it has definitely a clay color to it, but it's a lot of gravel. So it wasn't as sticky clayy as the second video I did where I ran the stuff just on top of the clay layer. So it's definitely a lot more gravelly. So let's pan this down. Okay, I got it worked down to manageable amount. Do some backwash in here. It's looking good. I see a bunch of black sands. Nothing shiny yet. Okay, I think I do see a piece. Yep, I see a piece. It's one small piece. Let me set you down. Carefully. Okay, it is right. Yep, you see it right there. That piece right there. One small piece. That's pretty cool. We actually did find some gold 3 feet down under the clay. That's pretty cool. Here's the second pan worth of material. It's really hard to get this stuff out of here, but there's a lot of really red, rusty colors in here. And the hole, you can see right there, there's some stones, big rocks in there. I'm talking huge. I can't move them. They're just like cemented in there. That layer, it's definitely gravels, cobbles, stones, sand, but it's super hard packed. Like I have to use my pickaxe to break it up, and even then, I'm barely getting any material out from my pan. So it's definitely a challenge, but there's definitely a layer underneath the clay of more water weathered rocks. Second pan classified down, and that's the material right there. This was a lot more clay than the last one, so let's pan this down. It's gonna dump on me soon, so I wanna get this finished before I get soaking wet. Okay, I'm not seeing any gold in that pan. We're gonna call it a day. I hear some thunder off in the distance. I don't want to get totally rained on, especially in the forest with lightning. Not really a good thing. And my channel is not called Rainy Day Prospecting, so I'm gonna go inside where it's nice and dry and get cleaned up. But we had some success today. We learned a bit more about this spot. We found gold in the first pan. Second pan had 0 gold in it. That's all right. We know that there's gold at that 3-foot layer and below. And what's intriguing about it, and I might need someone to help me answer that knows a bit more about geology, that first layer of stones and gravels, the stones are like, you know, a fist size, like a big fist size. I don't believe that's the old creek bed. I might be mistaken, it might be the creek bed. But my actual creek, where water's flowing right now, there's really big boulders, 2-man, 3-man boulders in there. And that's exactly what I'm finding at the bottom of this 3-foot hole. There's huge boulders in there. So that might be maybe a second creek bed, second ancient creek bed that lies or lays underneath there, or lies, I don't know, lie, whatever. That might be it. So I gotta make the hole bigger though, because I can't get any more material out of it because of that huge stone. So I gotta try and work on the sides of it. And you know, I'm just taking like a small 6-inch like piece of land. There could be 0 gold in there. There could be gold, I don't know, 2 feet away. It's just so hard to prospect when you're doing it inside of a very small confined hole. But I'll keep going. I'm not gonna give up. I have a good feeling about this. And you know what? It's fun. I'm learning a whole bunch of stuff about my property. I'm learning about geology a little bit, learning about how clay is formed. And it's kind of neat going back in time, because the further I go down, the further back in time we're all gonna go. So thanks for watching the video. I hope you had a great time. Please leave me a thumbs up, comment down below. Please answer my questions. I need help with these questions. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just digging a hole, trying to pan some gold. Subscribe if you want to. And until next time, have a great day. Keep getting that gold and take it easy.